We're talking about the two builders. Both builders, in Matthew chapter 7, beginning at verse number 24, both builders are going to face a storm. One is prepared and one is not prepared. And so the question for you and for me is, are we prepared for the storms of life? Welcome to this, your daily 180 Bible study, 180 seconds of pure Bible study. We're going to continue what we began yesterday, talking about looking at God, not at circumstances. We worry about the here and the now. Are we going to have enough food to eat? Are we going to have clothes to put on? And we noticed yesterday the point that Jesus makes. Jesus takes care of the birds of the air. And are you not of more value than they? And then he talks about how useless it is to worry. He says, verse 27, which of you by worrying can add 1 cubit to his stature? You can't change, you can't really change anything by worrying. As a matter of fact, here's the reality is, if you can change something, don't worry, change it. If you can't do anything about it, if you can't change it, then don't worry. There's nothing you can do. I know that's bizarre, but you see, we can become paralyzed and become useless citizens in the kingdom of God, and ultimately, in context with what we're talking about for this series, you can reach the point where you're not prepared for the storms of life. No, regardless of what form they take, if you're looking at your circumstances rather than looking to God, you're not prepared. Notice what else he says then, beginning at verse number 28. So why do you worry about clothing? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They neither spin nor toil. And yet I say to you that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Now, if God so clothes the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is thrown in the oven, will he not much more clothe you, O you of little faith? And so he says, get real about this. How much effort do the flowers of the field put in? How much effort do the birds of the air put into this? God takes care of them. You're worth a whole lot more than birds and grass. And as long as you're looking at these circumstances around you and all the bad things that are happening, you're not prepared for the storm. You need to look to God. And the fact of the matter is, there's a lot of frightening things happen to us in life. There's a lot of things happen that we're not prepared for. But if you're a faithful child of God, you are prepared for the storms of life. Join us again tomorrow for your Daily 180.